In this video, guys, we're going to look at 5 ways to get better at scalping. Stay tuned. Hey traders, warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining me. All right, so 5 ways to get better at scalping. Now, scalping is something you can do in forex markets, indices, commodities, equities, etc. But I see a lot of traders making mistakes with scalping, which can be easily rectified. So there's 5 ways here that I've got that I think, in my personal opinion, is the best way to get better at scalping. Okay, so the first thing is, if you mark down yesterday's high, low, close and today's high, low, open. Now, there might not be a close if you've got trading currencies, then obviously forget that. Or you can put down like the 10 p.m. or whatever settlement time you've got if you want to do that. If not, don't worry about it. Just do the high, the low, and then today's high and today's low and today's open if you're trading. So if you're trading indices, perfect. You can put the close in, you can put the open in. Now, it's better if you do this by hand. Yes, there's loads of pre-built indicators and software that does it automatically for you, but there's something about sitting down during the day and just marking on the levels that helps you think about the importance of these levels, because you start to then think about, okay, this highs are nothing. You know, we're not even in 4-day high here. Or this high was a really stretched high yesterday and we reversed off it. So if we retest it again today, oh, you know, something exciting is happening. So you start to think, rather than just coming in and you just got the levels there for you. I'm a big advocate of putting them on manually and just thinking about what they mean to price if it does get there for each one. Now, of course, if you're just starting a trading day, you can't put the open yet or the high or low. But then as this trade starts to go through the day, keep them marked on your chart. Now, also another key thing, guys, is to set alerts before these levels. So if price is under the high, you're setting an alert before it gets to the high. So normally you just put a line on and you put an alert on that. If you're using whatever charting platform you've got, do not set your alerts when price is at that level. Do not have the high line and set an alert on. It's too late. The point of this is that we want to preserve your focus and we want to have our mind ready and focused and looking at levels that are the most interesting for a scalper. Okay, and that's the whole point of this. So if price is below the high, which it obviously is going to be, unless it's right at the high, of course, we want to set an alert, let's say, 20 pips, 30 pips, whatever range of the market you're trading, enough time for you to get the alert, come back from whatever you're doing and watch. Same with the low, same with the other previous high, previous low, previous close, etc. The idea is, guys, is that we don't want to be sitting there all day long, because this is the #1 problem for scalpers: overtrading. You just sit there all day long, punting away on stuff that's irrelevant. The key to it is to find the sweet spots where you can really feel an edge. You can feel what's going on in the market. You can see the little stretches that you're getting the fade trades from. You can see the little continuations you want to jump on. And they are happening around the key levels that everyone else is looking at, which is highs, lows, closes, opens. Big levels. If you want to expand that and you want to put in really big key supports or resistances, then feel free, but this is a great start. Now, setting the alerts, the point of that is we don't want to be sitting in front of the screen wasting valuable energy. Listen, we all think we're superhuman and we can sit in front of the screen 14 hours a day and still be as fresh as a daisy. It's not true. You might feel that way, but it's a scientific fact, guys. Cognitive load, focus goes down. We want to be only using our rare resource of focus when we need to. So we watch price around these levels. This is key. If you sit there and you watch price all day long, you become numb to it. If you watch it, how price responds to the prior high. Let's use that example, which is the prior high, yesterday's high, as an example. What's happening to price as it hits it? Is it running up aggressively to it? Is it stalling as you break through it? This is the kind of things that you see as a scalper. You'll see price breaks through, run, and then there's the stall. Bang, there's your short, bang, little rotation back and you're out. Or it's stalling and it's just not even rotating back. Okay, I'm flipping, I'm going long, looking for a continuation. It's really struggling to get to it. You know, it's not even making it, it's running out of puff. Okay, I'm selling it on that because I think we're gonna get pullback. Okay, it's pausing just before the high, right? And it's sitting there, it's been aggressive. Now I'm gonna buy it in preempt to break out and scalp it into the stops that come out to the highs. You get the point. The idea is that you're looking for these little patterns, little nuances around the key levels, because that's where interest happens, guys. That's where you see your continuations, fading, stretched markets, opportunity. And when you're focused and watching this, not only, it's not necessarily for taking a trade, but that's all going into here. And so you're going to use that later on when you see the same kind of pattern. Like, listen, I've seen this thing. This looks like a fake out. It looks strong, but it's just stalling. I'm not the push. There's no volume here. I can't see. I'm seeing a seller on the tape. I'm seeing whatever level you're watching. It then starts to become a little bit more intuitive, and you can build that if you're watching it at the key levels. All right, guys, number 4, scalp using these as a reference point. So once you've started watching this stuff, now you can start placing your trades. You know, small trades, be very, very, very mindful that these trades don't go against you. Another big thing for scalpers, one's probably over trading. Second one is letting 1 or 2 trades get away from them. So it's kind of the 5th one as well, guys. Practice cutting losers with zero thought. You must, if you are scalping, you must have zero thought about cutting a loser. If you get into a trade and you're not cutting the loser, as a scalper, one bad trade can undo a whole day's of work, especially if you're kind of scalping very small amounts. So be very brutal about that and not care about it, and become, you know, much more cold and calculated with the fact of cutting the loss, getting out of the trade, you know, and that kind of thing. And when you're scalping around these levels, or when you're at least watching price around these levels, you start to then get much more of a feel and a much more of an understanding of how a price moves. And then if I was going to add a 6th into it, I'd say watch the opening price, or watch, if you're trading a forex pair, watch how that responds to let's say the cash equity session opens. So if you're trading a dollar pair, then look at when the underlying equities open. If you're trading a GBP pair, when the underlying equities open, London Stock Exchange opens. You get the idea. So when there's a flurry of money flowing in some asset or the other, you can watch to see how that responds. But don't add too much to it. Like I say, your main thing, apart from obviously your capital, is your emotional capital, your mental capital, and your focus capital. So only focusing on these highs, lows, closes, and scalping around those means that, guys, markets can sit and give you 4 or 5 opportunities around this for each one. Let's say the market does a low, then goes to a high, then a low, then a mid, then a, you know, you've got kind of 4 or 5 points touching during the trading day, not even thinking about kind of overnight. And there's opportunities, 3 or 4, 5 trades potentially around those. Like, it breaks through, it comes back, it tries again, it fails, it fakes, it flags. You know, if you're really getting into it, I'm not saying you're going to take every single one of them, but it's much better to be watching in that short window when prices are around near that key level than it is watching all throughout price when it's kind of going up, it's going down, it's drifting, it's in no man's land, no one really cares. Because people care about highs, people care about lows, people care about previous closes, and people care about price coming back to the open. All right, guys, those are 5 ways to get better at scalping. If you like this kind of stuff, subscribe, the button there, or the buttons there, or whatever device you're looking at, you know the score. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already. And if you like this kind of stuff, a thumbs up is appreciated as well. Take care, keep your risk managed, be brutal in taking those losses. That'll keep you alive for longer. Bye-bye.